the 27 instinctual drives. Okay, the 27 animal instinctual drives. So each of the 9 Enneagram styles links to 3 primary instinctual drives, resulting in 27 subtypes altogether. Every animal is run by 3 primary instinctual drives for the survival of the species. And these are the self-preservation instinctual style, which is survival of the individual unit. Or we have the social instinctual style, which is hierarchy and role of the individual unit in the herd. And we also have the sexual instinctual style, which is all related to the reproduction of the individual unit. In Hindu yogic systems, these instinctual drives directly respond to the first 3 chakras or energy centers of the subtle body. So over here I have a circle outlining the first 3 chakras. The metaphor used in Kundalini Yoga to describe the first chakras is the dragon holding both treasure and damsels in a dungeon while terrorizing the countryside. A selfish, aggressive, fear-based life is a life lived from the 3 animal drives or instincts. For more information on the Sacred Enneagram and chakras, you'll need to go to the Sacred Enneagram Gold level, which is the advanced level of these 3 Sacred Enneagram maps. First, we had the Bronze level Enneagram map. This is the Silver level Enneagram map, and there's also a Gold level Enneagram map, which is the advanced section, which will go into a lot more detail on the chakra system. So the recognition of the 3 drives and their unique characteristics which show up at each of the style points or in the Enneagram type points on the Enneagram is useful for 2 different reasons. First, knowing the underlying drive vastly helps in accurately identifying the fixation. We have all seen so many people who have been mistyped, but when the 3 drives can be correlated to the fixation, then mistyping becomes more obvious. And the second reason for why the instinctual types are useful is in knowing the drive, you know your own worst enemy. You know where you are most likely to sell out. Though each instinctual drive must be faced and burned, there will be one drive that will be the hardest to get past and is the first to reappear to tempt you back into the fixation. The particular passion that runs the fixation feeds primarily off one of the instincts, and this instinct becomes dominant over others. So, for instance, a sexual fixation will use sex to deal with their financial and social problems. A self-preservation fixation will bring strategies for survival into social and sexual arena, and will choose partners that feed the self-preservation instinct. And we also have the social fixation. So the social instinctual fixation, which makes many alliances with people that further their social status and use the social connections to deal with survival issues. So down here we have the 3 instinctual goals, and this information clarifies the goals of each instinct. So the goal of self-preservation right here. The self-preservation instinct focuses attention on and shapes behavior around issues related to survival and material security. I won't read through that all because I quickly want to go to the next one, which will be the sexual instinct one, which is sexual bonding. The sexual instinct focuses on attention and shapes behavior around issues related to quality and status of relationships with specific individuals, sometimes referred to as the one-on-one instinct. It generally directs energy towards the achievement and maintenance of sexual connections or interpersonal attraction and bonding. The last summary is social instinct interaction. So the social instinct focuses attention on and shapes behavior around issues related to belonging, recognition, and relationships in social groups. It drives us to get along with the herd, our family, the community, and the groups we belong to. So that's a quick summary of the 3 instinctual goals. So this Enneagram picture here illustrates how each of the Enneagram points has 3 instinctual subtypes. So zooming into Enneagram 8 here. So Enneagram 8 and their 3 instinctual subtypes. So the self-preservation one is called satisfactory survival. If Enneagram type 8 relates to the social instinct of their type, it would be the friendship subtype. If Enneagram type 8 relates to the sexual subtype, it would be called possession and surrender. And each of the 9 Enneagram types has their own instinctual subtype headings. So for 9, the self-preservation is appetite, or the social instinct is participation, and 9's sexual instinct would be called union. For Enneagram type 1 here, we have the self-preservation of worry, or we have the social instinct of inadaptability, or we have the sexual instinct of jealousy. For Enneagram type 2, we have the self-preservation of me first, or the social instinct of ambition, or the sexual instinct of aggression and seduction. And so it continues all the way around for all the 9 types. They all have different titles for the instinctual subtypes. Now moving on, this is the main instinctual subtype illustration here. And in each one of these circles, we have the information relating to self-preservation, social, and sexual. So for an example, zooming into Enneagram type 8 again. Enneagram type 8 and their self-preservation instinct is called satisfactory survival. And in this circle here, we have what it looks like for the Enneagram type 8 with self-preservation instinct. I won't read through all that, but it's all there for you to look at when you get your own silver level Enneagram map at the links below. And we also have the social instinct. So the social instinct for Enneagram type 8 is friendship. And it goes into illustrating with all this information here of what it looks like for Enneagram type 8 with the social instinct. And over here we have the sexual instinct for Enneagram type 8, which is called possession and surrender. And it goes into what that looks like for Enneagram type 8 with the sexual instinct. We can quickly move around. Here we have Enneagram type 1 with their self-preservation instinct of worry, or their social instinct of inadaptability, or their sexual instinct of shared standards and jealousy. And here we have Enneagram type 2, their self-preservation is me first, their social instinct is ambition, and their sexual instinct is aggression and seduction. So zooming out there, as you can see, all 9 types have their own information related to their own 3 instinctual subtypes related to their primary Enneagram type. So this silver level Enneagram map is highly informative and highly detailed with information, videos, and illustrations. And all the information is just a click away to zoom in and click at your fingertips. So for instance, if you just wanted to focus on the wings, you could simply just click on and zoom in to your chosen Enneagram type and its wings. So here we have type 1 with the 9 wing. And zooming back out, you can scroll out using the scroll button on your mouse. You can go over to the triads and find out the information related to the triads. This is the centers of intelligence here. We can move down to the Hornvian types. We can move down further to the harmonic groups. We can zoom out back out to home screen and go over to the arrow movements very quickly. So with this silver level Enneagram map, we have looked further into the functions and patterns of the Enneagram. And this sacred Enneagram is a sacred geometrical tool which unites the mind and the heart, spirit and matter, science and spirituality. Because everything in nature is made up of patterns, structures and designs, from the smallest atom to the infinite universe. So in this silver level, we have gone through the 5 most common additional patterns and attributes in the Enneagram, which were the triads, the arrows, the wings, tri-type and instincts. Plenty of information here to help you investigate all the different attributes of the Enneagram in an easily navigational, functional manner. You can download these maps by clicking on the links below this video. And good luck with your Enneagram explorations.